You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Oh, goodness. Clean your sink. How am I neater than this guy? Running water might just make it worse. Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Careful, that's a load-bearing poster. Uh-oh. Coffee, the great equalizer. Again, not a fan, but whatever floats your boat. The one thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug down through the day, you assume. You take a sip of old stale coffee. Ugh. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's all just really gross. Let us go to bed then. Sorry, just checking things. I'm trying to make sure everything's okay. Like, this is my first time streaming, so I don't know what problems may prop up. Oh my.
Good, you're finally awake.
Hi.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
What? Vector danger! Cock shotgun! I'm going with this one. I just love the reactions are like, oh well, I guess it's Tuesday.
Oh, I hope you don't mind.
I kinda do.
While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Better yet was the ball I could bust out the baseball bat. Do we even have one?
As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Yeah, just another Tuesday.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
Oh boy.
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well.
Boy.
I would consider it no great loss, though.
Ouch.
Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
I'm guessing it's all I can afford on my salary. Oh, my phone's on there.
Don't fret. I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
I run into a snag. You have so much porn on there that I couldn't connect properly. One too many emails from the princess.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
Wow.
It is the least I can do.
Would this be considered slavery or hiring help? That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
Oh, that's not good.
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment. Like, you're not the best option, but you're an option. Slow down, start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Might as well go down the line, yeah?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me.
Interesting.
And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Never looked for a missing person, but I'll try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Ouch. We'll see about that.
Don't worry. If Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
Well, that's just bad DID. That's just bad DID protocol.
It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped.
True.
I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
I get it. Do you do tests?
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
Well, with a name like that, it figures, right?
He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience.
Interesting.
It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you different from any other ROM?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner.
So basically, like, what's it called? I forget its name. That so-called AI intelligence, Cleverbot. That's it. Wonder how that's going.
They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me.
Interesting.
But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
Wow. Ollie was just introduced to this character, and he's already experiencing an existential crisis. I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Well then, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Gee, thanks for spending my money without even asking. I can totally afford that. Lead the way.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Curious. I don't really think it's either of these, actually. Maybe maintenance?
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Well, gee, thanks. You made your point about the door. Let's just head in. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault.
True.
I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly.
Wow. The laws of robotics were just shut down.
To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify.
I actually believe they called this out in Valhalla too.
Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Please don't. I kinda need it. Comforting.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people.
Fair.
The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you.
Welcome to the chat, Pango Cute.
It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
That would play on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You what? Also, my room can't decide whether it's hot or cold. Jeez. Labs are coming on again. You did the right thing.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Alright. And so, you know, this game was labeled as noir on Steam, so We're in a cyberpunk noir story. A component and Aiden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. Use broken tech. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. So there was a struggle, just at the very least, not much of one.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
What reason would you have for taking this? You don't even own a ROM. Game console! A few vintage game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and a Familink. What's the Dural in reference to? Mega 16 is obviously the Sega Mega Drive, right? And the Familink is obviously the Famicom or NES. Is this an Atari reference? Not sure.
That's Hayden's computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM. But desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
There you have it, people. Computers are never going to go out of fashion. How do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Fair. Of course you can't. That would be way too easy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, I'm not disappointed. I know how Block the Bytes works.
If you'd like to try your hand at digital breaking and entering, be my guest. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Fair. I wonder if we have to go looking for a certain someone. No, I actually really wonder. Again, I'm playing this blind. Can't you just download the knowledge?
I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it. I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert.
Again, fair.
The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down.
I mean, how else do you explain capture, right?
I lack that ability.
Are you ever incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though.
That's kind of cute.
Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
pieces, eh? That trick art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from.
I don't think I could quite be comfortable with a window that big, not gonna lie.
It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
And I kind of say this out of experience. I did once have a window that big. Kinda. Are you certain enough to survive that?
System damage would be unlikely, but I would certainly have damaged my legs beyond repair, so... I took the fire escape.
Smart. Of course you did. Now, maybe he hung up some of Turing's pieces, hmm? Oh, that's the television. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, tech code tips, augmented eye. Oh goodness, the augmented eye. We will come to know them very well when the time finally comes to play Valhalla. Those are photos. And maybe they can still provide a clue? Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world, working at a company like Parallax ensures you'll be more than well off. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any paintings in the immediate vicinity. I was thinking maybe the fact that Turing being painted would have been part of the puzzle, you know?
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
Hello. Check them. What we get? Nothing, apparently. Oh.
Ah, that device.
What device?
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule.
Turing gets jealous confirmed.
It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card.
Ah. I assume we got that memory card? Oh.
Without the memory card, this tablet is useless.
There it is. Memory card added to items. Please tell me his password is something like 123.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
Hey, sometimes crude works better. The Templar's calendar said he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map.
Stardust added to city map.
We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character.
Oh, I think I remember who is we're talking about. Okay, so in Valhalla, if you serve a particular drink to 3 specific characters, you get special you get special clients showing up. I believe one of those clients was named Tomcat. I can't remember who that was, though.
Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map?
Excuse me, I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you.
Aggressive computer. You're making an account whether you like it or not.
For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Cole, bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system.
Good lord.
I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM.
Also, welcome to everyone who just joined and into the chat just now. I just checked that.
If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Is there no keyboard input? No, there is. Yes, I am totally medic.
Do you wish to keep this name?
Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
Interesting. So this is a sort of character creation. They, them, their, theirs. She, her, her, hers. More options?
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Wow. This was kind of in-depth for how simplistic it is.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure?
Yep.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review.
Your name is Metis, your pronouns are she, her, and your diet is omnivorous. Yep.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless.
I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that.
You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
I kind of want to look around a bit more.
All right. When you are ready to leave, just use your map.
Gotcha. Ah, we got the new menu item. No buttons on the screen. There's no need to watch TV right now. It's a long way down. Better be careful. That's not what I wanted to click on. There we are. You have no idea how to log in. Okay, so it's not even going to let us attempt it. The sentiment is understood, but you probably won't forget what Hayden looks like anytime soon. This does look like all we can do here for now. So let us go. This game does not auto-save, so please be sure to save frequently. Good to know.